Hi there. So I just finished. This is my final video out of the string that I just did, recording a bunch of different ones. I'm very excited to share this one with you because as much as I didn't want to play blue this format, I still kind of want to make a blue deck because I still love blue. It's still my favorite color out of all of them. I made a blue hybrid deck and I decided to start using Marvel sleeves because, like, come on, that looks amazing. And with the whole theme of the deck, me snapping away their Digivolution sources and maybe making them not able to attack, I thought this was the perfect sleeve to use. The only other Marvel sleeve I think would be perfect would be a Groot and Rocket one that I've been trying to find for a couple months now. It is sold out everywhere I go. I would love to use it for a green deck. Anyways, this is Blue Hybrid. I run 4 Upamons. If they don't have a Digivolution source on one of their Digimon, when I'm attacking, I get to draw 1. And then 1 Cherubimon. Oh man, really? There we go. It's got the effect of when one of my Digivolution cards of my opponent is trashed, I get to draw 1. This is super useful for Magna-Garurumon, because he can unsuspend without me using Magna-Garurumon's effect. So that's the Digi Thomas. Put it off to the side. Rookies. I run 4 of the BT4 Cherubimon. It lets me look at the top 3 cards of my deck. I get to add a hybrid, and I get to add a blue Tamer. All my Tamers are blue in this deck, so as long as a Tamer shows up, I get it. I run 3 BT6 Cherubimon. It's got the inheritable that if it's a hybrid or 10 warrior, I gain a memory when I'm attacking with it. This is ideally in the raising area. I don't want to play this for 4. I used to run 4 of these in the deck, and I really liked it. I just needed room for other rookies for actual matches. Because it was fun for games, but I kind of want to make this a more serious deck. I run 3 Cherubimons from the new BT7. He's got 2 deals. On play, I get to look at the top 4 cards. I can add a hybrid, Susanomon, or a Koji to my hand. The rest go to the bottom of my deck. His second effect is on deletion. It's inheritable. I can play a Koji from my hand without paying its cost. So I could just sit on the Koji, play all my other Tamers from my hand, and just play Koji for free as soon as at least a champion leaves and has him underneath. My other rookies, these are kind of my tech choices for the competitive. 2 Siakomon, this is for those ultimates that reduce their cost by 2 if there's a Tamer underneath or any other reduction things. And then 1 Madoki Betamon, so they can't gain memory. I'd like to put this up to 2. I just don't want to cut a Magna-Garurumon yet. I still like having 4 of them in the deck. Even though most deck lists I've seen only run 3. And then last rookie is Bokomon. So his ability is I get to look at the top 5 cards of my deck, which is already awesome, but then I get to add a hybrid or 10 warriors. Most of my cards are one of those 2, and then a Tamer, which there's a lot of Tamers, there's still a good chance of hitting them. I think there's only, in the whole deck, besides Bokomon, there's only 5 Digimon targets that are not hybrids. So that's pretty fun. On to the champions. It's pretty standard. It's 4 Kumamons. It's got the effect of I can Digivolve over a Tamer. And then when Digivolving, I can trash a Digivolution card from the bottom of one of their Digimon. This doesn't matter if it's a hybrid. I just get the effect. So I could Digivolve it over one of my Strabbies, and I still get to strip. I run 4 Korikakumons. His deal. I can Digivolve it over a Tamer, or I can Digivolve it over a champion for a cost of 1. When Digivolving, if there's a hybrid or a Tommy in his Digivolution cards, one of my opponent's Digimon that doesn't have Digivolution cards can attack or block until their next turn. So this is where the stun starts coming in. There's more of it, and there's even ways to bounce back little issue cards here and there. My last 2 champions are kind of little tech choices, and because I still like them from the BT6 format. 1 Lobomon, just because he can Digivolve over a Tamer for 2, and then 1 Kendo, so that when I'm attacking, I can return one of the rookies to hand. It's a 3 cost, but it's still really good, I think. I think it's worth the time. For ultimates, I only run 4, and they're all Beowulfmon. I can Digivolve him over a Digimon that has a Tamer in its sources for 1. This is one of those ultimates that reduces by 2. And then when I'm attacking, I can return any hybrid from my cards, my Digivolution cards under this Digimon, to my hand to return one of their level 4 or lower Digimon. This card doesn't care about your level. As long as you're level 4 or below, you gotta go. And you just go back to the hand and then they have to replay it. This is nice if they just played Pokemon or something like that. I can just bounce back to hand and be like, you're not gaining 2 memory unless you replay it. But yeah, they'll get an advantage for replaying it, but they're still down to Digimon on their side. My Megas. Again, this is controversial. I still run 4 Magna Garurumons. I love this card for what it does. So, it's when Digivolving effect is also its when attacking effect. I can only use it once per turn, but once is all you need. You can return a card with hybrid in its traits from this Digimon's Digivolution cards to your hand to return one of your opponent's Digimon with the same level as the returned card. So I could return that Beowulfmon and return back one of their ultimates. Or I could return a rookie to return one of their rookies. This one is opposite to Beowulfmon, where it needs to be the exact level of the thing you're trying to target. If there's no target, you can still, use the effect and return those cards to your hand. You just won't be able to bounce one of their things back. His second effect, during my turn, once per turn, when an effect adds a card to your hand, you may unsuspend one of your Digimon. So I could swing with this, return a card, even if I don't bounce something back, I can unsuspend him and swing again, which is really fun. And then my level 7s. This is temporary, so please don't judge me for not running 2 of them yet. I run 1 Susanumon, and I run 1 Blitzomnimon. So Blitz, I'm gonna do Blitz first. So when Digivolving, I get to unsuspend it, and then I can attack even if it's my opponent's turn with the memory. During all turns, if an effect would delete or return this card to my hand or deck, I can trash a level 6 card to prevent that from happening. Now Susanumon. This guy is something else. I'm going to move this guy a little closer just so you can kind of see the text better. I'm hoping it doesn't flare up on me too much. So, Susanumon has 3 things going on. You may Digivolve this card from your hand onto one of your Tamers as if the Tamer is a level 6 Digimon by placing 10 Tamer cards and or hybrids from my hand and or trash to the bottom of my deck in any order. So my deck's running low and I just happen to play this. That's 10 cards to the bottom of my deck again. And then I can just kind of start up again. During my turn, if I swing, I'll put it down maybe. I get security attack +2. And then when Digivolving, I get to delete one of my opponent's Digimon. So there's something that's really in my way and really messing up my place. Susanumon. Done. It can Digivolve over top of the Magna Garurumon. I don't want to do that though. I really want the Susanumon to go over a Tamer if I have it my way. Speaking of Tamers, there's a lot of them. I only run 4 options and they're all the same. I run 4 Tommies. He's got the effect of when he's in security and he gets hit, I get to play him for free. On play, trash 3 Digivolution cards from the bottom of one of my opponent's cards. So if they have an ultimate that they just put up that had like a full stack underneath, it's now an ultimate with no sources. And then his inheritable, when attacking once per turn, this is fantastic. Until the end of my opponent's next turn, one of my opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can attack or block. It can't do anything during this next turn. It can only Digivolve into something, and even then, it can't do anything. So what I would do, if it was ideal, this got hit in security, that ultimate's just standing there looking at me funny. I bring up Korikakumon for 2, and then swing with Korikakumon. Their Digimon can't attack that, they just put all that work into raising. This is very much a jerk deck. I'm not going to lie to you and say it's not. I still really like blue, even if it's a jerky deck. For my other Tamers, I run 3 Sora and Joe. If they have a Digimon with no Digivolution sources in play, I gain 2 memory at the start of my turn. So I can go up to 5, 7, 9 memory if I get all 3 of them out. As long as I have a Davis, because that puts me up to 3 automatically. I get to reveal the top 3 cards of my deck. I can add a blue and green Digimon. There are no green Digimon, as you obviously saw. So what I'm aiming for are my blue hybrids to target. My last card. Oh, can't wait to try this out more. Koji. So this is that one that could be played for free off of Cherubimon. He's got a security effect. I can just play him for free. Once per turn, I can place 5 cards with hybrid in their traits. Doesn't mention color, so just keep that in mind for other deck profiles you might see out there. Any 5 hybrids underneath this Tamer in order to Digivolve it into a Magna Garurumon for its cost. So for 4 cost, and for taking 5 cards out of my hand, which I'll have 5 cards usually in my hand with Hybrid, put them under Koji. It could be another Magna Garurumon, so I'd have a level 6 to bounce a level 6. Now, when an effect adds a card to your hand, gain a memory. So this could be that Kyaromon effect to gain a memory for me, or it could be Magna Garurumon, it could be Beowulfmon, any of those kinds of cards. Then, this Digimon can't be blocked for the turn. So if I Digivolve into this and it can swing, and I still have memory and it still might go, I can Digivolve Koji, I don't use the Digivolving effect, I swing, return a card, ready it up, can't be blocked, gain a memory, and I'm still getting my check without getting blocked. I get a second swing. And then if I play that Blitz, which the Blitz isn't going to be there forever. The Blitz is only there until I get a second Susanimon. I could Blitz for game, depending on how many things have been taken away from them by this point. So yeah, Koji is surprisingly one of my favorite ones in this, but I'm not going to ignore how good Tommy is with that stripping ability. And then my last cards. I run 4 Howling Memory Boost. This is my favorite card from BT6 because of the fact that I could kill 2 cards off of any Digimon and then look at any Digimon on their side with no sources and then it can't swing. You combine this with Tommy's ability, you combine this with Korikakumon's ability, and I can control like a decent sized board depending on how things go. This will, so I already did the first effect, but the second effect is I can get rid of it later on to gain 2 memory. So I could play Susanimon if I have enough of these on board and my memory is okay for free. Well, pretty much for free, just by pitching these. If there's memory blockers in my way, Beowulf will get rid of them. And then if I need to, I'll put rookies underneath Magna so I can bounce back their memory tamers before I do this. I really hope you enjoy this deck profile. I'm going to be kind of back to the grindstone. I have 9 more decks kind of in my head. I just don't have the cards yet. As soon as I have them in my possession, I'm going to be making more deck videos. I'm hoping to have 15 deck videos before BT8 drops. I would like to go back to playing board games with my wife for the channel at least. We've been still playing a little bit of stuff here and there. And I've got a lot more board games since last time. So that's just kind of an overall update for the channel. Hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time.